Hey guys, and welcome back to the United Star. We're sorry we didn't upload videos. I think sometime last season, all our spirits really hit rock bottom with the performances, and we just didn't have the energy to come out and talk about the games. So, well, we're here now. It's a fresh era, as people are describing it, the era of Erik ten Hag, and we're here to talk about the transfers because while we can't talk about all the games, this is still preseason. Erik ten Hag is implementing his philosophy on the players. We're getting to see that proactive football, the word that he uses each and every press conference. We saw glimpses of that in the Liverpool game. Hopefully, we see more in tomorrow's game against Melbourne. But let's talk about transfers because this is something that I've been extremely anxious about, given the fact that when we played Liverpool, we only had one new transfer, and the entire new outlook that United have towards transfers. It got me a bit worried and a bit anxious in the last few days because we weren't hearing anything. The only thing we were hearing were, De Jong hasn't agreed terms yet, or Martinez the price tag for Martinez has been further increased. Well, things seem to be going in the right direction. Um, as far as Martinez, it seems like it's all but done. And again, I think the player that we need to thank is our ex goalkeeper, Edwin van der Sar. But it seems to be more or less done. There was a post made by his personal chef saying that this was the last time he's meeting him, something on those lines, with a statement to Manchester United fans to take care of him. Another player coming from Ajax, I have no doubt he has great capabilities based on what I've seen of him off YouTube. But again, people can people can clip up the best parts of a player and display it, and it doesn't have to be that he performs the same way that he did in the Eredivisie in the Premier League. So as far as what I've seen, the way that he played against Liverpool's Nunes when Nunes was in Benfica, or against Haaland when Haaland was in Dortmund, there are some positive signs. Again, he is a player that can play both the centre back and the CDM position. Personally, I believe we're stacked in the centre back position. The performance that Eric Bailly put in raises question marks. So why don't you guys tell me whether you guys think Eric Bailly should be sold or not? I mean, obviously injury prone, but great performance against Liverpool. So if we think about it, we have Varane, we have Maguire, Lindelof, Eric Bailly, and now Martinez. Obviously, someone needs to give away. Who would give away? What would your back two look like? And if you're not putting Martinez in the in a centre back pairing, do you think he fits in as a CDM? And is he the number 6 that we've been waiting for? Personally, I believe he's coming to the club to play that CDM role because we saw it against Liverpool. While from an attacking perspective we looked way better than the previous season, there was no one behind to clean things up. It was very open. So I think he could be the man to cause that, to just be in that number 6 position to make the transition between defense and midfield. But while we talk about transition, something that I think all Manchester United fans wanted was a certain player known as Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona, well, they're a weird club at the moment who, I don't understand how they're spending like 70 million to get a Leeds winger but can't pay 17 million to their own player. But yeah, till yesterday, the rumor was that there was nothing that was agreed. We saw our representatives go down to Barcelona to have a conversation, and now the entire discussion, according to what Romano put out, that Manchester United have reached a full agreement with Barcelona for a package worth 85 million with a guaranteed fee of 75 plus 10. Initially it was 65 plus 20. So I somewhere believe that this 75 is the compromise that has been made, where the 10 million will be utilized to clear out the 17 million that he's owed. So that's what I would assume. Otherwise, I don't see why we would push it up by another 10 million. And the statement continues to go that personal terms still the issue to be resolved, as Frankie's priority is to stay at Barcelona. This is something that I do not agree with. I personally believe that Manchester United would not spend 2 months trying to sign a player if they haven't got the green light from the players camp. I think it is a very smart thing that the player and the players representatives have done, because if he just comes out and says that I want to leave, or I'm open to leave, Barcelona would just tell him that all right, don't take your 17 million and you'd be open to leave. And at the end of the day, it's 17 million, guys. It's not a small number. However big we think that these players are paid, at the end of the day, 17 million for something that you've worked on and you deserve, you should be paid. So I totally understand that aspect. I personally believe that things should be smooth when it comes to the transition. Athletic came out and made a post as well saying Barcelona has told De Jong to leave and join Manchester United. Somewhere I was also reading Ferran Torres has taken over his jersey number. And this is just a rumor because it's on his Instagram. I think it's FT21. So everyone's thinking that he's taken over the number 21, the number that Frenkie de Jong wore at Barcelona. Personally, I think this would be a major upgrade to our entire midfield. He's a player that is well versed with the transition. He came out while he was with Netherlands, and if I'm not mistaken, he said that likes to be the first player to receive the ball from the defense and move it ahead. He's a way better upgrade to the likes of Fred and McTominay. He pushes them back onto the bench, which gives us that squad depth. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So let's be on the lookout for this. Hopefully it keeps moving forward at a swift pace, especially with the fact that Barcelona are flying out to the United States of America on Friday. So I think this is now rolling, because ideally he will not be on that plane, hopefully, and if he's not on that plane, there need to be the necessary justification, and the necessary justification is that he's being sold, and at the end of the day he's going to be joining Manchester United. Do I think he makes it to the Australia tour? I doubt it unless deal is struck within the next 24 hours and both him and Martinez are on a plane to Australia. I would really appreciate and love if that happens. Gives him more time with the squad, to understand our squad. He obviously understands our manager, but to understand the squad, it would be ideal. But I think he'd probably be there for the games once we're back into Europe, and not for the ones in Australia. And lastly, another player that has been linked with us and more or less was confirmed by all the top journalists out there was Eriksen. Personally, I don't know what is holding this transfer back, given that it's a free transfer. But obviously, with his heart condition, we need to take everything into account. We need to ensure that we check on all the details. There's a lot of data out there. We need to study it and then go ahead and do his medical. But from what I hear, based on the Muppeteers, the medical process has started. It will take its due diligence, and it'll take a while, and hopefully we get that done. So I can see us getting these 4 players. It's looking positive when we're talking about these 4 players. We've already signed 3 more in. I think that improves our squad in terms of squad depth. It doesn't have to be that Martinez is a starter. We know that Malacia is not going to be a starter. Eriksen would probably be a player to give Bruno a push for his money. So again, I wouldn't say a guaranteed starter. So 1 guaranteed starter in Frenkie de Jong, and the 3 to give us more squad depth. But that's how things stand at the moment. There have been some outs that have been discussed. For example, Koulibaly is signing for Chelsea, so Napoli are looking at Eric Bailly. Personally, the way that I look at it is Napoli really dragged us when we wanted Koulibaly, so it's time for us to put a nice juicy price tag on Eric Bailly and expect them to pay the sum if they want that defender and not allow him to go on the cheap. But other than that, there are rumors about Tuanzebe. Bournemouth are interested in him. We obviously recently saw our own preseason Polo go to Fulham for 10 million, which was a great sale. 10 million for Andres Pereira is something that I was pretty surprised by. But as a whole, I see the transfers and the way that the club is managing this to be more positive compared to the previous seasons with Ed Woodward, and I can't believe I just called him Edward, but Ed Woodward. And yeah, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the entire transfer window up till right now. How do you rate this if this is how we ended the transfer window? Personally, I think we need another player up front, even though Martial, gave me a positive vibe. I'm not jumping onto the Martial is back bandwagon just yet. But maybe we need another striker. What do you guys think? We haven't even touched on the entire Ronaldo situation. What do you guys think about that? Maybe we can discuss that in a video soon if you guys would like to hear what our opinions are regarding the entire Ronaldo situation. But yeah, guys, we're back. Hope you like this video. Do like, share, and subscribe, and support us. Thank you so much for sticking with us, even through our own small little break. But yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.